Hello Aries, and welcome to your January 2022 reading. And what a month it's going to be for you Aries, because not only it's a new year, we are easing into this decade, the third year of this decade. You have a lot of energies that's in your 10th house. We've got the Venus retrograde, we've got the sun, we have the new moon. All of these are going to be in your 10th house. So you guys are feeling really ready and really just ready to go, really on it, really all about action. No time for like reaction in any way. You don't want nothing stopping you. Obviously, when Venus was retrograde, there may have been, old bosses or old colleagues. There could have been things to do with like, father figures that came up that you had to deal with, that you had to go back on. But, it was about your career. So some of you may have to go back to the drawing board and how you saw your career, how you wanted to progress in your career too. With this new moon, it's just going to be highlighting it so much more. We also have the full moon, which is in your 4th house, which is in Cancer. And Cancer actually rules the 4th house. So I feel some of you could be feeling quite emotional. This is very much an emotional time. When it comes to like your past, your roots, your home. Some of you could be feeling that you may want to move back home, move back to like a childhood home, or childhood friends as well. This also could be, not issues, but this also could be some things that come up about your mum as well. It's very much an emotional time. I'll be doing a full video on most of the major themes here. And then we have the North Node, which is in your 2nd house. And this is going to be, life-changing when it comes to like your finances, your self-worth. Some of you could decide that you really want to get serious and start saving, investing, stocks, bonds, cryptocurrency. All of these are going to be playing on your mind. This is going to be in your 2nd until it goes into your 1st in 18 months' time. So busy times ahead for a lot of you Aries. When we come to your cards, the first card message for you to work with Aries in January is the happy ending. So this month, anything that you start or finish, there's always going to be a happy ending. I feel some of you guys actually want to, end something anyway. And even if it doesn't feel like it's a happy ending, it will be. This has got yellow to this card as well. So yellow is about brightness, it's about shininess, it's about energy, it's about vitality. So there's gonna be lots of happy endings that's gonna come in January. We come to your tarot. The first card message you have, you have the Tower card. And the Tower card is like the happy endings card, but it may be a bad ending. It is actually reversed. And the message for you Aries, because even whenever you see like dark cards like the Tower or the Death or 10 of Swords, all of these cards are very like makes you shake. But this, even though this Tower card is reversed, it's just showing you that there's something that you could be holding on to when it comes to like a job, a relationship, your goals, and it needs to be purged. It's about finding a way to purge it. You've got the full moon in your 4th house. This will give you a lot of emotional instincts to see what needs to be and what needs to go. And these things, this is a Mars card, you're ruled by Mars. So I feel whatever you are going to be leaving this month, yes, it will have a happy ending, but it will also be very fast and also quite shocking. Some of you could also find out some secrets this month as well, because we have the Venus retrograde. It's got Pluto involved, so there can be some shocking secrets that come out which could actually make everything collapse. It could bring things to a standstill. It could also bring things to the fore. So the first week, just open your eyes to what you're going to be leaving behind, but also open your eyes to see what's going to be going on around you. Some of these themes may actually really shake you, may even rock you, Aries, in the first week. But, know that it's also is meant to come. And if you're resisting it, it's going to come anyway. So whatever's going to be resist is going to be persist. The second week of January. And also remember, this is the first week of the new moon as well. So this could also be in your job. It could be bosses, career, you know. When we come to the second week, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is reversed. And some of you could actually feel like, you know, you're not getting as much luck. You know, you've really gone into this month, really gung-ho, really focused, really pursuing, pushing. But the Wheel of Fortune has other ideas, Aries. It's going to be guiding you somewhere else. And if you try to... The Wheel of Fortune is actually saying for you, Aries, if you try to go another way or try to control something to go this way, it's actually going to go the way it's supposed to be. And again, I feel there's going to be some surprises that come in the second week. I feel it may be good surprises, even though it is, you know, reversed. It's about patience as well, because Wheel of Fortune, it may look like, you know, whenever something's going to be changing, it may look like it could be fast, or it also could be very slow. Especially if it's something personal. Something personal is going to be changing. Also, I feel some of you actually want to travel. There's also traveling coming up. Maybe want to travel to see family, see friends, or, you know, seek out something important. Could be a new job. So, yes, there's going to be some changes that's going to be happening, but it's supposed to be as well. Come to the third week, and I believe that we are entering North Node in your, you know, second house. We have the 9 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands is about determination. You know, you've been through the ring of it all, but you are still standing. So, you know, looking back from the last 2 weeks of January till now, you know, there's like a sort of like life-changing experience that a lot of you are going to be having and or seeking. The 9 of Wands is about endings as well. So I feel that some of the endings that you guys are feeling are going to be having the third week is probably from last year, and it's just coming around again. Some of you could be thinking about what happened last year, how you've been through it all, and now, you know, you're determined not for it to happen again. You're determined not to make the same mistakes again. This is highlighting your whole career zone. So you guys are really ready to stand up and be counted. If you were very quiet this time last year, you are not going to be quiet again. But it's all about not being so defensive, because sometimes we can just act before something's going to be happening. So the third week is just being mindful. You know, the third week we're going into the new moon, the full moon, which is in your fourth house. This is actually going to make a lot of you feel very much emotional. So some of you may be feeling that one of the reasons why you could be feeling very defensive, because of the emotions that's going to be coming. Something is leaving for something to come in. When we come to the fourth week and we're going easing into the sun in Aquarius, you have the 8 of Pentacles, which is reversed. And you're going to be working on your goals, your dreams. Some of you are going to start, I feel some of you are going to start reading more. Or going back to reading. It may feel very boring, mundane, but it's essential to you. You know, the 9 of Pentacles is about the handyman or the handy woman. It's about anything you want, you have to work for it. So you guys may decide to go back to an old goal, an old dream. There could be friends, you know, old friends coming back, guiding you, giving you advice. You know, but I feel some of you are going to be reading for some strange reason. I can see a lot of you going to start reading. Some of you have probably promised yourself you're going to start reading more, spending less time on social media. And, you know, because I feel that you guys want to advance yourself in some way. And in order for you to do that, you know, you have to put the work in. And I feel there is some frustration along the way, because you guys want to pick up things quickly and fast. You don't want to just mundane, you want to do it now, but it's about taking your time. Okay, if there's books that you need to read, if you want to pursue like a new goal, if something you want, something new in your life, it's about putting the work in. And deep down, a lot of you Aries know that anyway. It's just about picking that book up, writing what you need to write, you know, studying when you need to study, and not cutting corners and not rushing as well. So Aries, very, very busy month for you. You know, yes, there's some ups and downs, but hey, you know, you are going to be making some headway in in January. So thank you very much, Aries, for listening to your January 2022, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello Taurus, and welcome to your January 2022 reading. Happy New Year. What a life-changing month is going to be for you, Taurus, because you have a lot of energy. That's, you know, you've got Venus, the Sun, the new moon, all in Capricorn, and Mercury as well, all in your 9th house. So this is about expansion of the mind, expansion of the body in a way, but also it's about you know, learning, relearning, wanting to learn, having mentors in your life, you know, being around different types of people, different types of groups. This is about the law and publishing. So some of you may go into this year determined to actually start learning a new language, you know, especially this new moon. A lot of the energies are in Capricorn anyway. So it's about getting back to that daily grind. And I feel a lot of you Tauruses do not actually mind that, because you're really ready to go. Let's not forget we have the full moon in Cancer, which is in your 3rd house. So there's going to be some releasing along the way when it comes to like how you communicate with people. There's going to be themes that are concerning your, your surroundings, your neighborhood, friends, siblings as well. And yeah, some of you may even decide that you actually want to start, you know, writing down your feelings as well. Last but not least, you know, because obviously there's other things that's going on, but these are like the major ones. We have the North Node going into your 1st house, Taurus. Life-changing time. It feels like for you, Taurus, whatever you start this month in January, it lingers for the next 18 months. So choose what you want to learn, even what you think, very wisely. Even though some people say it lasts for, you know, I personally believe whatever happens this in January, it's gonna linger the next 18 months, and maybe for the next 18 years, because a lot of you are going through your North Node return. Some of you are 84 to 85 babies going through your North Node return. Happy North Node return. And some of you are Sun, Moon and Rising in Taurus. So this is going to be impacting you for the next 18 years. Yeah, 18 months it's going to be lasting for, but for the next 18 years. So it's really about planning things properly. And, you know, even if it takes long, is what we have to do. The first card message that you have for this month, Taurus, and remember, 18 months to 18 years, you have abundance. So you're going to be very abundant this month, or for the next couple of years. Yeah, you're going to be very abundant. Some of you Tauruses are not patient. You know, some of you guys want it now, but some of you who are patient, you know, you're gonna see things through. You know, it does depend on what month Taurus you are. Remember, it's going through 29 degrees, so it's last degree of Taurus, like May, that's gonna go all the way to April. But regardless, you guys are gonna be feeling very abundant in all things. Like, things are coming to you. You know, you're feeling abundant in how you look and how you feel, because feeling is very important to Taurians. You guys are ruled by Venus. This is actually a Venus card. It's a pink card. And abundance can come in change of mindset. So January is, and also because you've got planets in your 9th house, it's about your mindset, your beliefs. So this is actually really perfect. And the more your mindset starts to be more open, more abundance can come. So that's the card you're working with. Come to your first card in the first week. You have the Queen of Swords, which is actually reversed. Now, some of you, but I think in general, I feel that the first week things are going to be a bit more. Things are going to be feeling very slow. Like some of you, it's about the mind. You know, whenever we have the Swords cards, it's about the mind. Mindset, Taurus, is really strong now. It's really on point. It's really focused. Not only is it focused on your goals, it's focused on your career, it's focused on your life, it's focused on your family, it's focused on a new mindset. And when this happens, Taurus, especially like in the beginning of the week, you know, your mind is going to be slow. And I don't mean slow in a way that nothing's going to be done. It's just more on a serious level. And I feel that you guys can feel like during like, you know, the first like week, is that there's going to be like no stone unturned in any type of way. And this is going to be more of a powerful side to you, you know, and it's sort of like you guys not to be messed with. But you're not going to be doing it in an aggressive way. It's just going to be very straight. It's all about being straightforward. Because if some of you haven't felt that shift and that change happening, it's going to be more prevalent in January. And I feel you're going to be very surprised by what happens. And it's basically mostly to do with your mindset, Taurus. Basically, it's mostly to do with you knowing where you're going. You know what you don't need. And with Uranus being in your sign, this has shifted you a lot. And, you know, you're all about security. You're all about, you know, having comfort. It's not about, you know, your mind's going to be really shifting from this like material goal of having to earn this amount of money, having to earn that amount of money. Because you've been through the ringer like last year. And, you know, this week is going to be showing you, you know, I'm not going to be pushing myself too hard and too fast. Yes, I do want to be secure, but I want to be secure on my own terms. And with this Queen of Swords, it's going to be that's going to be like the main focus. And a lot of you are not going to go back on your word. When we come to your second week, we have the King of Swords, but the King of Swords is actually reversed. So this is, first you had the Queen, now you have the King, no, King of Wands, sorry. You've got the King of Wands. Some of you could be, you know, this is a Leo card. Some of you could be rising or moon in Leo. Some of you could actually come into contact. When the King of Wands is reversed, it does show that there may be some like delays happening. But I feel mostly the delay is you're still thinking, you're still strategizing, you're still, you know, like whether it's to do with like your goals or like relationship, you know, something to do with yourself, you're very much strategizing. And it could actually feel a little bit like a blockage, what's happening, but it's about you taking your time. You know, some of you may rush, but some of you may think, you know what, I need to do this. It's about easing into the month. So take your time in whatever you're going to be doing. You know, I feel some of you could be writing or even doing like a, you know, if some of you have forgotten your goals in any way, it's about, you know, even like doing like a vision board of where you would like this year, this month or year. I don't know why I said year, but yeah, it could be like a year, because, you know, whatever you want, it actually comes, it can actually come quite, you know, slow. Some of you are feeling quite impatient. It's about pacing yourself as well. We come to the third week, and I believe that this is going to be like the North Node going into your sign. And we've got the full moon, which is in your third house. You have the Lovers card. The Lovers card is reversed, and the Lovers card is about, you know, coming together in one, or coming together with someone. I feel mostly to do with yourself, Taurus. You know, you are very much focused on yourself this year, but it's not in a selfish way. It's just focusing on things that are practical, things that are actually really important. You know, it can feel like you guys may be conflicted in your mind, in your mindset, And it's funny because this Lovers card is a card we're going to be working with this year anyway. This is a number 6 card, and we are in number 6 year, which is actually ruled by Venus, you and Libra. So some of you, you know, there could be some conflicting going on within, like, where you want to go, but still there's going to be a stubborn element as well. I feel that you're going to get more cooperations. I feel that you'll get more cooperations if you're actually open, if you actually say what you want, say what you think, say what you feel. You know, if you are feeling very sort of like stuck in any way, it's about being open to communication. And if you do need any help in any way, being open. We come to the last week, and when we have the sun moving into Aquarius, which is in your 10th house, you have the 8 of Cups. And the 8 of Cups is about moving away from an emotional situation, people, places. It's about finding your own way. The ending of that January, going into Aquarius, you're going to be more, you know, more focused, but also more energized to be seeking your own path, Taurus. You know, some of you may leave a job. Some of you may decide that, you know, something is actually not worth it. A relationship's not worth it. How you're treating yourself is not actually worth it. Whether it's friendships as well, it's actually not worth it. This is also a sort of like a karmatic lunar eclipse card as well. So there's going to be a lot of releasing going on. Some of it could actually feel very emotional because you're also leaving an old self, an old style of yourself, and you're coming into a new side of yourself. And if you feel that you have to do it alone, by all means, that's how it has to be. But, you know, I feel that you guys will be working really hard on your, you know, your emotional state to find something you actually love to do, something more sustainable. It doesn't necessarily have to be on a material level, because, you know, you are ruled by the 2nd house, but it's all about your self-worth. It's all about how you are treating yourself. It's also about how you are, you know, respecting yourself as well. So the 8 of Cups is going to be showing you, find your respect. And if someone's not respecting you, remove yourself from them too, or even people or places. So Taurus, that was your January 2022 reading. Thank you very much for listening. Very much a life-changing time is going to be happening to you. And I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your January 2022 reading. And Gemini, there's a lot of like emotional energy that's going to be happening for you. The sun, moon, or rising in your 8th house. We have Venus there in Capricorn, the sun, the new moon. All of this is going to be a new beginning when it comes to your joint finances, when it comes to, you know, money, debts, loans. Also when it comes to like doing some occult work, spiritual work, and also your, you know, the sensitive side as well, like this sensitive or sexual side. There's going to be a lot of releasing going on. There's going to be a lot of purging, but also definitely transformation happening. You also have the full moon, which is in Cancer, which is in your 2nd house. So there's going to be a lot of release when it comes to like your finances, when it comes to like your self-worth, spending habits as well. A lot of that going on. And also we can't forget, you know, we've got Mercury, which is in your 8th house as well. So your mind is going to be very emotional. It does go retrograde, and, you know, goes retrograde in your 8th and your 9th house. So there's lots of similar themes that's going to be coming up when it comes to like your mindset, when it comes to like your finances. You know, it can feel like an emotional purge, but also you're going to be learning a hell of a lot as well. We also have the North Node, which is in your 12th house. Very introspective, a time of isolation, a time of, you know, doing some spiritual work, listening to yourself, listening to your body. A very psychic time. When we come to like your tarot card for January, you have creativity. Now the creativity card is a yellow card, and it's a card that I feel a lot of you are going to be definitely like communicating a lot. really wanting to communicate, really want to get yourself out there, really want to be very creative. This could be doing creativity behind the scenes or with people. I feel a lot of you are, bit, even though it's an emotional time, very bit jumpy, bit angsty. You don't want to stay in one place. So any type of creativity that you want to do, you're ready for it. You're going to be going for it, and some of you may be doing it by yourself. Some of you may be doing it with a group of people as well. But I feel that even though, like emotionally, you guys may be feeling that very emotional, mentally, you're on a high, okay? And this could also bring you lots of creative ideas as well. So creativity card is the card you're working with. When it comes to like the weeks, the first week of January, you have the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups is reversed. And the Page of Cups is, again, it's an emotional card. For me, I feel a lot of you are going to be getting some emotional downloads, like psychic downloads, that you guys may either ignore or actually be more receptive to. So Gemini, the Page of Cups is, it's a young person, but it's also about vulnerability as well. So if some of you have kids, or some of you are, quite childlike yourself, there's going to be more of a vulnerable side that people are going to be shocked about. People are going to be seeing. Some of you, when you're going into like the 2022, is, even though you've got the creativity card that's going to be playing on your mind, how you pursue it is going to be a very different story. I feel that some of you are going to be getting lots of messages, lots of downloads as well. But also, it is for you to be taking, because this card is about emotional risks. So some of you may be taking emotional risk, i.e. telling someone how you feel, or telling some people how you feel. And it can make a lot of you feel very emotional, like there could be some tears along the way, or there could be, it just feels very, emotional. And some of you actually may feel very uncomfortable. And some of these things could be building because of, the nodes have left your sign, but also we have the North Node in your 12th house. So it's very much an emotional week for a lot of you. Come to your second week, you have the Hermit card. So the Hermit card is about, listen to your inner guide. It is a card that, even though it is a card that of isolation, I feel that's, when it comes to the second week, the time that you spend by yourself, Gemini, that's when the time that you will get more, insights and what's to come for yourself, but also insights, like emotional, psychic insights. And it's also a time that a lot of you, you guys could be seeking a side of yourself that you guys didn't really want to know, but you're going to be receptive to. The Hermit card is a Virgo card. So there's going to be, I feel some of you could actually be talking to yourself, not in a crazy way, but just like having conversations with yourself and writing. I feel a lot of you are going to be doing, that's why the creative cards here, I feel a lot of you are going to be doing a lot of writing, a lot of journaling. When the North Node goes into your 12th house, this could feel like things are not moving in a way that you want it to, but it's all about rest. So I feel some of you are going to be resting during the second, especially this Hermit, resting during the second week. And when you rest, I feel a lot of you rest, that's when you're going to get more vitality and more energy. Even though you might feel, oh, if I rest. No. Resting actually replenishes the body. So the second week, resting and listening to your inner guide. The third week, and I believe that this is the full moon, which is in your second house. And also we have like the nodes changing, going into your 12th house. You have the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is about really charging forward. So you guys are up and ready to go. You may not be listening to yourself as much during the third week. It feels like, the shift, there's a huge shift. The momentum shifts, has changed. Communication is a bit more open. This is a Gemini card. This is your card, Gemini. So... I feel some of you are feeling, when you're sensitive, you feel like on the attack. There could be, you get very defensive. If you're called out, if there's something that needs to be called out, you may not be afraid to call it out, or someone may not be afraid to call you out on your crap as well. So it's a very much, this month is very much about listening. This month is very much about listening to your inner guide, your inner emotions, also looking around your surroundings as well. Your intuition is going to be extremely strong. And with this Knight of Swords, it is about charging forward. It's about knowing when to charge forward, Gemini. You know, because it's a messenger card and you are the actual messenger. I feel some of you, you know, are very focused, but you could actually lose focusness. That's only because of the sensitivity that's been playing. This card is also about force. So again, listening to your intuition, because it could guide you in when to push yourself and when to hold him back. If you force too much, it comes, people will sort of remove themselves from you. If you feel that someone's saying something, they're not like cussing you in any way, they just probably just want to help you. But I feel that some of you may need to know that instead of just going for the juggler. Okay, so it's about listening. When we come to the last week, and when the sun moves into your 9th house, you have the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is reversed. Ace of Pentacles is about a new beginning. You know, the Ace of Pentacles is about a new beginning when it comes to money, you know, your energy and your vitality. It's many things. Obviously, I feel some of you could be definitely feeling about, you know, money. But it's just that, you know, some of you are, you know, there's lots of ideas. A lot of you are thinking about when it comes to like your money and your finances, how you want to build yourself, how you want like this year to be. There could be some, like a little bit of delays happening, which could actually frustrate a lot of you, could actually bring a lot of you quite down. But, you know, it's about process. So the 3rd week, the last week, and going into the sun in Aquarius, your mind's going to be processing things very differently. And it's all about trying to be patient as well. So even if you've got a lot of ideas, a lot of, you know, you've learned lots of skills, especially when the North Node has been in your sign, it's about putting them in a way that is not too rushed, so you don't have to go back to the drawing board as well. You know, this card is about security and prosperity. So you guys, you know, the money's on the mind, and, you know, but it's just about, you know, taking your time. Because this is an earth card, and earth cards, they don't move very fast. So if you haven't heard from anyone, and you know, we got the Mercury retrograde as well, so there can be some delays. You will get what you want, Gemini. It's just about being patient. Okay, so the last week is about patience. So Gemini, that was your January 2022 reading. Thank you. It's such a, you know, powerful time for you in January. But, you know, once again, patience is key. So thank you very much for listening. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your January 2022 reading. What a month it is for you. Not only do we have lots of planets with the Sun, Mercury, got Mercury retrograde, Venus, the new moon, all in your 7th house. So this is about, you know, your close relationships are going to be playing a lot on your mind, Cancer. You know, there could be lots of endings, there could be releasing, there could be signing contracts. You are all about finding balance, especially when Mercury goes retrograde. There may be some issues that come up when it comes to your relationships. But, you know, it's a new beginning with this new moon that's happening in your 7th house as well. There's going to be lots of new, like, conversations, lots of communicating. I feel that some of you are definitely on the roll. You want to, like, really get the ball rolling. You also have the full moon, which is in your 1st house, Cancer. So, you know, you are ruled by the moon. You guys are going to be doing a lot of work, lots of releasing. Some of you could feel that you just want to be alone, be in your shell, don't want to be bothered. I feel some of you are going to be doing lots of writing, lots of journaling about how you feel. You also have the North Node, which is in your 11th house. Yeah, a new beginning when it comes to like your groups, associations. your friendships as well. They could be coming very quickly in January. You know, could be meeting up with people, hearing from people, Zoom chats with people. A lot of this is going to definitely feel like it's destined to happen, especially when it comes to like your goals. You're doing a lot of work when the North Node was in your 12th house. A lot of like creative work, you know, like spiritual work. I feel like a lot of you guys are now going to start seeing the fruits of your labor happening now. Especially if some of you have got like moon or rising in Taurus. Loads of opportunities are going to be coming now. We're doing something on social media, because the 11th house is social media. You could start getting lots of gains, which is always good. But that is definitely because you've put the work in when you had the 12th house action. When it comes to the card you'll be working with, Cancer, you have music. Music is going to be playing a lot on you. I feel some of you are going to be, if you're cooking, you're cleaning, you know, chilling, music's going to be giving you so much creative ideas. Some of you could be listening to music from your past. You know, listen to music this month, because, you know, I feel like some signs, they find it really hard in January because it's so cold. It's not, you know, the weather and everything. I feel a lot of you are going to be finding so much energy, and, you know, music's going to be boosting your mind, boosting your morale, boosting your vitality, boosting, giving you some ideas in what you want to pursue. And some of you, like I said, some of you are going to, I feel some of you are going to be going back to listen to from music from your past. So some of you may be 90s babies or 80s babies. This is the music we're listening to. So music is key this month. When it comes to your tarot cards for the weeks of January, the first card you have is the Seven of Swords. It is very much a mind card for a lot of you, and it's a Moon and Aquarius card. And it's about, you know, the Seven of Swords is about just being cautious, you know, being mindful of what you say, being mindful of what you hear as well. You could be extremely sensitive to what is going on around you. There could be some gossip going on. You could be at the forefront of it. I feel there's some excitement going on as well. But remember, you know, anything you're going to be doing or saying or hearing, just like double check, you know, because this card is about, you know, this number 7 is about spirituality, but it's a Neptune number, and it's not all is not what it seems. So I feel that in the beginning, some of you might just be very cautious, or feeling, or there could be some cautiousness along the way. And the cautiousness, I feel, it could be because, you know, you don't know what's going to be happening. You know, if you're going back into work or the office, or, you know, working from home, you're just some of you could feel quite anxious about, you know, what's going to be happening. Am I keeping my job? Am I leaving my job? Or, you know, your mind could be actually playing tricks on a lot of you. And also with the 7th house as well. 7th house is about open enemies. So there may be things that were not said that now is going to be said now. There could be some meetings that go on, and you guys might be anticipating the worst. So there could be some defensiveness. Some of you could be feeling, oh, I'm going to say what I need to say before, you know. So just, you know, just about looking at your surroundings and taking lots of deep breaths. You know, some people can be very tricky. Some people can be trying it. But, you know, just look what behind is what they're actually saying as well. You know, listen, then you could, you know, proceed forward. When we come to the second week, you have the 4 of Swords. So for me, I feel a lot of you Cancers are going to be very, like, you know, getting into the action of, you know, January 2022. And it might be not enough time for you to be resting. Some of you could be very busy with, like, you know, your relationships, your family. But you may not be spending enough time on self-care for yourself. So the second week is about taking care of yourself, resting when you need to rest. Listen to your body, listen to your intuition. You don't want to burn yourself out in January. Trust and believe. Some of you may need, there could be some issues that come up when it comes to like a past relationship. You know, we are in Virgo, Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde, but also we are easing into, we're also going into, we're in the Venus retrograde. So there could be some, you know, you might be hearing from an ex-partner or old contract that may be playing on your mind a lot. Like, I should have said this, I should have said that, I should have like said my worth, I should have been honest. This could be playing on your mind. This could be making a lot of you worry. So resting is very, like I said, resting is very important. Take care of your emotional state. Breath work, having nice baths, meditation. You know, if you find it hard to get to sleep because so much is on your mind, you know, have like a, when some people before they go to sleep, they have like a wind down routine, having a routine so that you can rest. You know, so your mind, so you don't have so much chitter chatter going on. So taking care of yourself is very important the second week. When we come to the third week, and we have the moon, which is in your first house, and we have the nodes. Now, I think that actually the nodes is going into like the fourth week. Yeah, so the moon, especially the moon in your first, you've got the Temperance card. So yes, the Temperance card is about moderation. It's a lot of excitement, but it's about moderation. So I feel that once you guys, you know, going back from the second week, finding a way to relax, then you guys will feel, okay, now I know what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to really go for it. Pace yourself. Really pace yourself. There's going to be, you know, because this card, the Temperance card, is a spiritual card. It's a card of it's a Sagittarius card. It's a card of higher learning. It's a card of, you know, starting a new like teaching projects, all these things, all the Sagittarian things. But it can also be about overdoing it, overexposing yourself, not in that way. So you have to be patient. If there's things that you want to happen quickly, it's about being patient, listening to your inner guide, being around people that can actually calm you down. Because I'm not saying that a lot of you are very having anxiety, but I feel that if things are not working the way you actually want it to in January, it can cause anxiety. It can cause a lot of you to worry. So doing some creative work will really help. Reading a book, like a spiritual guidebook, you know, writing down your thoughts will really help you. You know, gaining knowledge in a way that's not going to really stress you out. You know, everything that's going to be coming, Cancer, it will come. When we come to the last week and the node's going into your 11th house, you know, and the sun easing into your 8th house in Aquarius, you know, is a bit of a downtime, bit of an emotional time, the time of, you know, getting your finances in order, debts, loans, but also when it comes to transforming your finances, but also transforming your relationship, doing some deep psychological work. You have the 6 of Cups. So I feel some of you are going to be going back to the drawing board when it comes to things that you've always liked to do that you've actually forgotten about. You know, you are ruled by the past. So I feel that there's some people coming back. You know, I think friends are going to be coming back, especially the nodes going into your 11th house. Friends coming back, old projects coming back. Also, you know, old feelings coming back as well. So if you and your partner have had any friction in January, the last week could be bringing back an old way that you guys used to like mate with each other, should I say. You know, you could be doing like little dinners, you know, so if some of you have kids, some of you could be doing some creative work with your kids, be a bit more loving to yourself as well. Thinking about how I used to treat myself, you know, how I used to have nice longer baths and paint my nails, putting makeup on, or, you know, there's things I feel a lot of you are going to be doing that you used to do, that used to make you happy, that used to help ground you emotionally. And the 6 of Cups is such a lovely, but I feel if people do come back, obviously it's not meant to stay. It's just that, you know, to see if you've learnt anything, that when you were with them, if something's changed, I feel that you guys will definitely know. And the number 6, we're working on number 6 in the whole of 2022 anyway. So there's loads of themes coming back. And I feel that this is going to give you a lot of like new momentum Cancer, in order for you to pursue something new, new goals, a new career, and a new sense of identity as well. So Cancer, that was your January 2022 reading. Quite life-changing for a lot of you. A bit like Taurus, because all the signs, like the water signs and the earth signs, are really going to be benefiting from this nodal axis change. But yes, that was your 2022. Thank you so much for listening, Cancer, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello, Leo, and welcome to your January 2022 reading. And we are in a new year. So Leo, the first thing that's going to be happening is a lot of energies that's in your 6th house. From Venus, retrograde, the sun, the new moon. This is a great time to be setting new intentions for a new beginning when it comes to like your work, your health and your routines. Some of you may decide to be a bit more stricter now. Some of you may decide to do like another way of working. And, you know, especially with Venus retrograde, there may have been some issues that came up to do with these themes too. But also, we have the full moon in Cancer, which is in your 12th house. And this is the house of isolation, you know, spirituality, sensitivity, creativity. This is also the house of, it's a sensitive time with this new moon. So there'll be a lot of things a lot of you Leos will be doing behind the scenes, waiting to release, working on as well. I'll be doing a full video on that, so wait for that video to come out. And let's not forget, we have the North Node, which is going in your 10th house. You know, it's leaving your, yes, it's leaving your 11th house, going into your 10th. This is about your career. There could be some changes. You could actually find your true North Node destiny, Leo. And, you know, you may definitely come into your own as well. Yes, there may be some frustrations, but you're going to be coming into your own and also working with changes that arise too, or trying to work with changes that arise. That's like the general energies that are there for January. I will be doing a full video on that, so listen out for my, you know, full videos. But when we come to like your first card message, Leo, the first card message to work with in January, you have adventure. So you'll be seeking, the month is all about adventure for you, Leo. Even if things feel very mundane, boring, you have to go back to the drawing board, see everything as an adventure. Or even, I see adventure as creativity as well, Leo. So it's all about you having fun with what you have to do, especially with the 6th house being activated for like the next 3 months, obviously. But see it as an adventure. You know, if you know that you want to be healthy, see it as adventure. If you know that you want to work harder, a bit more diligent, maybe a bit more strict, to see it as an adventure. Because when adventure comes into our lives, we learn new things about ourselves, and also things become more, not easier, but we actually become a bit more happier in what we're doing. So your card is adventure this month. When we come to your sign, when we come to like the weeklies for January, the first card you have for the first week is the Fool card, and the Fool card is reversed. And what this shows for you, Leo, because this is a Uranus card, like Aquarius, Uranus. And, you know, I feel a lot of you are definitely seeking to be on an adventure. But there may be some confusion along the way. And the confusion could be, you know, you may be in two minds. Like, do I want to be... There's an element of you that wants, that seeking independence, but there's also another element that wants structure. So listen to your inner guides, Leo. Listen to what's being said first. You know, some of you may even like go really headstrong in just, let me just do it. But there can be some obstacles. So it's about thinking before you act. thinking before you speak. You know, it's just about thinking before you try anything new, because the first week it actually feels very much a cautious week. So the Fool card is it's just asking you just to be a bit more, just try and be a bit cautious in anything you're going to be trying new. Obviously, it's an adventure, because the Fool card is about adventure as well. It's an adventure you'll be going on, but it's all about planning, diligently planning. When we come to the second week, you have the Five of Swords. Now, Leo, there's some fiery action going on. I feel that your mindset is going to be, I don't care, I'm going to be doing what I need to do. There's also, I feel some of you Leos also are wanting to go, you know, you're wanting to, like, the second week, it feels very trying. You know, I feel that there could be some drama when it comes to work. There could be people sort of like withholding, like there's things that you want to pursue and do, but they could be withholding things from you. It's almost like they're not listening to you, Leo. And if you are saying something, it's like they're nitpicking. It's like almost like bullying. So you may, you know, just end up switching. Look at, you know, instead of going for it, step back and see the bigger picture and see actually what's actually going on is nothing to do with me. Some people may be feeling quite threatened. So, you know what I mean? It's about challenging things in a different way. So even though the first thing you want to do is just, you know, bite back, it's like, okay, before I even say something, let me just come out of the room. Let me just take a walk. After then, you know, once you have that moment to yourself, you know, things will become a bit more clearer. But it's still not to say that there could be some issues going on. I feel this is definitely at work. I feel that, sometimes when you come back from a holiday, people put things on you. People, oh, can you do this? Can you do that? Or, you know, you've missed this out. You missed that out. It's almost like that. It feels like there's some type of bullying going on. But you can handle it, Leo. Just step back and see things for what they are. When it comes to the third week, you have the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is a very sensitive, creative sign. It's very much like a Mother Earth. I feel some of you are going to be feeling more grounded throughout the whole of the third week. And also, we are going into the moon, which is in Cancer, the full moon, which is in your 12th house. So a lot of you may start to just be, you know, just really going within. Maybe some of you could even like, not necessarily secrets, but just going within, taking time out for yourself, taking time out for things that you want to do. You know, maybe meeting up with like just small groups of people, but not, you know, too much big groups. And, you know, when the full moon goes into your 12th house, that's a time of rest. That's a time of, you know, emotional, psychic action that's going on. With Queen of Pentacles, is asking you to really take care of yourself, take care of your anything you love to do, your creativity, and also, you know, pamper yourself as well. You may not even want to be around anyone as well. So, you know, I feel like there's going to be a lot of people that wants to, you know, be in contact with you, and you may be turning down a lot of invitations or Zoom chats because you just want to be around yourself or with close family. So this third week is it's like the week is very serene, very peace. And, you know, when we come to the fourth week, and the sun going into your 7th house, which is Aquarius. You know, you and Aquarius are very similar. You have the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is very much about, you know, secrets. It's also about intuition. It's also about heavily emotions. So there could be some stuff that actually comes up this week, Leo, that whether you are involved or not. Some of you could actually be moon in Cancer, rising in Cancer, or have elements of Cancer within you. Some of you could actually feel very like there's too much going on, even coming like from the third week. even like the 4th week, I feel that some of you still have that, you know, you want to be alone still. You want to be alone. You want to be around close people. I can actually see a lot of you Leos very much like working with like small children, not mind working in isolation as well. I feel that there's some things that you guys are secretly working on, because the 12th house is secret house. So is this card. It's a very secretive card, but also it is a card of you guys working on, you know, very much, I feel very much a lot of you, I feel, are working on like an inner need. You want like this calm to come before, you know, the full moon goes into your house. So you're just like, it's more like biding your time, taking it easy, working with your energy. Actually, I feel a lot of you are actually listening to yourself as well, listening to what's coming up. And also we've got the North Node going into your 10th house during this week too. So there's a lot of like internal changes happening. So emotionally, you guys may want to, you know, you want to feel it. You know there's changes that are happening, but you just need that time to yourself privately to get your head around what's going on as well. So that's your January 2022, Leos. It's a very, you know, so it's a month of working, but also quite emotional as well. So thank you very much, Leo, for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello, Virgo, and welcome to January 2022 general reading. So, Virgo, you have a lot of energy. I think you and, you know, like the earth signs and the water signs are really, you know, we're all easing into January in our own way. But I feel that with you, you have a lot of action that's involved your 5th house, which is a house of fun, creativity, children, physical fitness as well. It's a fun time. You know, you have the Venus retrograde in your 5th, the sun, and also the new moon. And we've got Mercury as well, especially Mercury going retrograde in your 5th house. There's a lot of things that you Virgos are going to be looking back on. There's people and places and creativity that's going to come back into your life. Some of you may feel it's a distraction, but some of you may be very open to what's actually be coming back. It's going to be very much an exciting time, Virgo. You know, this is a time of really, you know, sort of like letting the guide show you what's going to be happening. Like letting things flow instead of just continuously planning. You're going to be having a lot of fun, or trying to have a lot of fun this month. You have permission to have fun. You also have the new moon in Cancer, which is in your 11th house. So this is about, you know, you releasing any old, outdated beliefs when it comes to, you know, your goals, groups, organizations. This could also be friends. Friends could leave your life as well. You may decide that you want different types of people in your life. I'll be doing a full video, so check that out. And also, let's not forget, we have the North Node going into your 9th house. So some of you have like rising or moon in Taurus. This is like an 18-year new cycle. I don't think we talk about that enough, actually, if you've got sun or moon. But, you know, whether you've got Taurus, especially sun, moon or rising, it's a new 18-year cycle. This is about your belief systems. This is about writing, publishing, learning, teaching. So some of you are going to be very excited with some of the changes that are coming, because, you know, you're going to have, I feel a lot of you are going to have a lot of more time, especially because Saturn is in your 6th house, which is your natural house. You know, some of you may have decided that you actually want to get down to really learn something you actually love, as in to doing something that you just have to do. So Saturn will actually give you Virgos a lot more, not freedom, it's still work, but you'd be something you love to do, instead of just, and making you feel physically not ready. Okay, so this is a great time. I'll be doing a full video on this too. When we come, Virgo, to your general reading, general card message, you have physical activity. So Virgos, you know, some of you may be thinking about doing physical activity in December, but you know, now's, you know, some of you have probably actually started to work on being a bit more physical. But I feel January, you lot are really ready for it. Could be thinking of, you want to do rock climbing, might want to do running, might want to start walking more, do more weightlifting, or even just restart like Pilates or yoga, some stretchy type of class, which actually will help not only with, you know, the mental tension that you guys have. It will also help with, you know, because some of you Virgos have when it comes to issues, when you're stressed or nervous, it can affect your, a bit like cancer, your digestive system. So it's all about looking at a type of physical activity that will actually help you on a mental, emotional and physical level, as opposed to having a fit body. You know, if health is your, you know, a lot of you Virgos know that health is the be all and end all. And some of you may decide to like change up your diet as well. But in January, your physical activity is your main focus and main point. When it comes to your daily, when it comes to like the weekly of January, the first card you got is a Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords for you, Virgo, is very much telling you that, you know, yes, you are looking forward to, you know, because this is an air sign card and you're actually ruled by Mercury. So, you know, the Page of Swords is actually about, you know, it's about a risk on like on a mental or spiritual level, but it's also about you taking up something new. So this thing that you've always wanted to do, you know, this thing that you wanted to do in 2021 that you didn't get down to doing, but now in January you're going to actually do it. Some of you could actually feel very childlike about it. You know, just I thought I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do it. You know, the fifth house is a Leo house. It's a very childlike energy anyway. So yes, I feel a lot of you are just going to go for it. You're going to feel very confident, very passionate about your beliefs, very passionate about what you want to pursue. It's about a lot of you want to actually experiment as well. And I feel because you've got a lot of focus on your fifth house, you know, I feel that, you know, if some of you are single, there could be a new person that comes in. They could actually be younger than you, or they could have like maybe actually younger spirit. They can also give you like a new way of thinking. It can help with your physical activity, if you know what I mean, but they could also help you, you know, be a bit more experimental and creative. If there's something you've wanted to work on, but you think you have to do it the same way, they could show you, oh, but if you do it this way, if you go to this app, if you download this, you download that, it'll be like, oh, okay. Or if you've got children, your children could actually help you as well. But your mindset is very different in January, especially because you want to learn something you've always loved, and now you're doing, and you're going to be doing it. When it comes to the second week, you have the Nine of Wands. So this is very much an action time. Eight of Wands, sorry. I keep getting these cards mixed up, Virgo. I'm so sorry. I know you Virgos don't want mistakes happening. I'm trying not to. So you have the Eight of Wands. It's actually a Mercury in Sagittarius card. This is about action. It's also about excitement. So you guys are, again, if you've been thinking about doing something in January, you know, whether you've had help or not, you're going to go for it. You are going to go for it in the second week. You are not going to make no one stop you. The good thing about the energies of the fifth house is that even though things are very slow, once you get moving, you get moving. So yes, you guys are going to really go for it. I feel that you guys are very excited. I feel energy and vitality is there as well. I feel that you guys feel very brave, that you can just take anything on. It's not about no one stopping you. It's just that your mindset is very strong. And it's sort of like now or never. If I don't do this now, I'm never going to be doing it. And like I said before, because Saturn is in your sixth house, your root, your actual house, this is actually going to be helping you. It's going to be very long lasting. And I I couldn't even tell you what you're going to be doing. Whether I feel it's creative, but I couldn't even tell if it's writing or painting, or I feel it's very creative. And I feel it's very something, like I said, something you've always wanted to do for a very long time. So the Eight of Wands, 8 is about, you know, manifestations of material manifestations, but it's also about hard work. So you're prepared to put a lot of hard work in what you want to do. I feel that your vision and your goals are very strong in the second week of January. When we come to the third week, we have the Four of Pentacles, which is reverse. Four of Pentacles is about holding on. You know, it's a very security conscious card, but it's about holding on tightly to things. It could be person, friend, groups. It could also be money. You know, money is the main thing, but it could be anything. And also, we're coming into the moon, the full moon, which is in your 11th house. So for me, this shows that, and because this card is reversed and it's also a Sun in Capricorn card, I think this is just saying that some of you may be, you know, there's a reluctance for you guys to let go of something that has basically run its course. And it could be anything. I feel it is definitely to do with your, you know, your goals. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you are definitely thinking about, you know, especially in the first 2 weeks, you've actually thought about what you're going to do next. But the third week is about this realization of, I'm still going to do that as well, but it's actually run its course. So the Four of Pentacles, you know, is actually asking you, Virgo, especially with this full moon in your sign, what is it that you should do? You know, be honest. What is it that is no longer working for you? And you'll have those answers. And it could be too close to home. It could be like a friend that you've had for years. It could be an old goal. It could be something to do with your work. It could be your work. It could be your eating habits. It could be your style. It could be many things. But, you know, I feel that the third week is definitely like new realization of what actually needs to be let go. And, you know, the full moon in Cancer is going to be helping you with that. When we come to the fourth week and the sun moving into your 6th house, which is your house, you actually have the Sun card, Virgo. And the Sun card is such a beautiful card. It's such a cute card. You know, with the sun highlighting your 6th house, your house, especially with Saturn being there, you know, you are ready to put all your plans into action. It's a very creative card. It's a very fertile card as well. There could be some good news coming. There could be good news about, you know, your children if you have them. There could be good news about, you know, the work that you've actually started to pursue in January. You could either get good news in terms of yourself giving you good news, like, you know what, you've always wanted to do it, so now you're doing it and you're actually enjoying it. I feel a lot of you are really getting down to the nitty-gritty. I feel also that, you know, all what you've worked through in January, things are going to be very fast in January, and you're going to be coming with receipts, like collections of things, what you're going to be working on first. Yeah, I feel there's a lot of vitality, a lot of energy. I feel that you guys are going to be probably feeling very fitter, a bit more healthier as well, even though it is January. So the sun is highlighting a really special part in you, Virgos, that has been withheld for a while. And I think that is absolutely brilliant, especially with the North Node going into your 9th house as well. This is going to be expanding a part in your mind that is, oh, anything is definitely possible. So, yes. So that is it, Virgo. Such a lovely month you're going to be having. And yes, hard work, but you're going to be enjoying the process. So thank you very much, Virgos, for listening. And I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello, Libra, and welcome to your January 2022 reading. Happy New Year. So, Libra, the energies of Capricorn season with the full moon, Venus retrograde, and Mercury. And Mercury retrograde is all in your 4th house. Some of you Librans may feel very, you know, tired, a bit tied down. wanting to stay home, get back to the daily grind. There are probably some issues that came up to do with like your past, things to do with your roots, things concerning your parents. That's going to be coming full steam ahead in January. But you guys are like sort of like cocooned. I feel a lot of you are feeling very cocooned this month. You don't want to do too much. You want to take things a little bit slow. You want to ease into it. You want to be snuggled up with the people you love, the one you love, your children, your family, you know. But all of this theme, all of these emotional themes are going to be, you know, really coming up. We have the full moon in Cancer, which is in your 10th house. So this is about releasing anything to do with like your career, your social standing, your social status. This could be a new job. There could be new things coming up within a job too. I'll be doing a full video, so really listen out for that. And then we have the North Node, the true nodes going into your 8th house, where this is a new, you know, this is to do with, it's like blessings, but also it's a time that it's about sorting out finances, joint finances. You know, there could be more finances coming, abundance coming, debts, loans, inheritance as well. Also deep psychological on your relationship. You know, this is to do with the occult as well. So some of you may decide to be tarot readers, you know, just, you know, and all of these occult work, spiritual practices, they are to do with you understanding yourself on a deeper emotional level, Libra. So even if it does feel uncomfortable, know that it's going to be worth it in the end. So that's like some of the major themes. So when we come to your major card for January, you have new beginnings. It's the #1 card, new beginnings. It's like the Fool card. So you are on a different path this month, a different journey. It could be a spiritual journey, an emotional journey. Nevertheless, it's just a new journey, a new beginning. And whatever you set now in January, it's going to set the tone for the whole of, you know, 18 months. It could be for the year, 18 months. Sorry. But it's a new beginning for you. And I feel a lot of you are going to be feeling this new beginning, this new burst of energy, or just a new way of feeling and thinking. I feel a lot of you are going to be communicating much more differently now. Communicating like your true inner thoughts, your true inner emotions, and not being afraid to, you know. So it's a new beginning for you. So new beginning card you have. When it comes to like the week to week of January, the first card you have is the Two of Swords. Now the Two of Swords is actually the moon in, guess it, Libra. Okay, and I feel this is showing that there's some undercurrents that are coming up, especially the first week. These undercurrents could be quite volatile, but they could be it could be very slow burn, so it's probably just steeping up. And the Two of Swords is about, you know, it's a lady covering her heart with the swords, and she's blindfolded. So this is just showing for you Librans that it's time to be more open. Work, if you are deciding that you're going to be a bit more open, keep like manifesting that, keep being open to it. Anything you see that's wrong, because some of you may seek a peaceful life, more of a peaceful life, and some of you may think that in order for you to get that, you're not going to be calling any crap out. So it's about opening your eyes to seeing the world how it really is, seeing how you are deep inside. You know, if there's things that are bubbling up under the surface, Libra, and you keep burying it, it's going to be coming up. It's about, you know, just taking those blindfolds off and just being honest. When it comes to the second week, and also this card is also to be honest in every aspect of your life as well. Come to the second week of January, you have the Death card. Now the Death card is not a physical, but it's more of an emotional layers that are being peeled. It's about transformation. It's about working with shedding an old skin, not like just do it. It's about working, finding ways to. So I feel the second week you guys are finding a new way of working with anything that actually comes up from the week before. You guys, I feel some of you can be a bit more open now in terms of communication. You guys are not going to be afraid to say like the truth in how you are and how you feel, or even if you are with friends or family and they're asking you for advice, because a lot of people ask Libras for advice. But I feel a lot of you are going to be extremely more, there could be a bluntness, there could be more of a blunt energy that's going on, but it's not going to be hurtful, just about, you know, spitting facts, saying the truth. And I feel also, even when it does come to work, with a lot of you Librans as well, you know, you're going to be a bit more assertive. So this death card is going to be asserting like a shadow side that you've been repressing for so long, because the whole month is about your sensitivity, but also it's about you speaking as well, communicating. So big transformation that's going to be happening the second week. The third week, and also we have the full moon, which is in your 10th house. You have the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is about, you know, you looking towards the future. You have the world at your feet, you have the world in your hands. What do you see when you see the future? With the new moon, full moon being in your 10th, and on a general level, you know, I feel a lot of you Librans are seeing that, you know, something's actually not working and you're ready to change it. But this is about you communicating with your partner or someone that you know, you're sharing your love with. Could be friends, it could also be family. I feel there's going to be more of a union. You know, this calls to be a union within your mind and your soul. If you are undecided about anything, you know, it's about taking time out for your, obviously, you know, some of you may be asking questions or, you know, listening to people's advice, but you know, it's about you combining your head and your heart so that you can come to the right conclusion. But this is definitely a week about your future, and the third week of your future goals, your future mindset. How you know, some of you may be thinking about, you know, living in another country, immigrating, something that's going to be beneficial to you. You know, this is about you, not about hurting others. It's about what makes me happy. When we come to your last week and the sun going into your 5th house, because the sun goes into Aquarius, you know, the energy does pick up. This is about, you know, fun, relationships, creativity. You have the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is reversed. So some of you may not be feeling that you want to have fun. You know, sometimes when the sun moves from a house to house, it takes a while. So the Ace of Cups reverse is that, you know, it's just saying that I just feel that your energy and vitality, although it appears to be there, may not be there. There could be some, you know, a bit of confusion. You could be feeling a bit of a lull. You may not feel as confident, as creative, as energetic. On the outside, you could be projecting, but on the inside, it's, oh, I just want to just relax. I just want to chill. I feel there's a lot of opportunities that are coming to you, but you may not be ready for it. They're very much presented to you on a grand scale, but you're just not really ready. And it's not a bad thing. Whenever the Ace of Cups comes, it is actually really good. And some of you who are single, there could be people that's very much interested in you. You know, the 5th house is about, you know, love affairs. People could be interested in you, but you may not be feeling that way inclined. Or some of you may be shy, some of you may be, you know, just not really there yet. It will come, you know, there can be some delays that are happening. There could be some mental blocks, but, you know, you're just easing into like a new season. But, you know, the Ace of Cups, regardless if it's upright or reverse, is still very much a nice card. The fact that you guys are going to be, the fact that you guys know that there's a little shift, there's change coming, especially with the North Node going into your 8th house. You're just working on transforming. And transformation will be good for you. So Libra, that was your January 2020 reading. Very much an emotional month, but still you're transforming. You're seeing where your future can be. And yes, that's your January 2022. Thank you for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, Scorpio. I hope you are well. Welcome to January 2022 general message, and Happy New Year. So, Scorpio, the general energies for you with the Sun, Venus retrograde, the new moon, and Mercury retrograde is all in your third house. This is a house of, daily communication, short distance travel, the media, writing, speaking, learning. So there's a lot of energies that came up, especially the retrograde, especially with Mercury and Venus, when it came to like old, there could be old teachers coming back, old communications, things to do with your neighbors, your neighborhood. Some of you may have decided you want to move back to where you used to live. Some of you may have actually thought about, when it came to like your siblings, there could be some issues with them, but now it's been resolved. Some of you had to sort of like backtrack in a way, but still there's also, I feel some of you may have had some like work that you used to do in the media that's actually come up as well, that maybe you probably left and you've now brought it up to revise, to bring it out there. It's very much like a mental activity month for you. Even though things may be slow some days, some things are just going to really speed up as well, especially the new moon being in your in the third house as well. This is a great time to be thinking of like a new course of study in a way, something you actually want to learn, something you actually want to bring out there. Very busy month. We also have the full moon in Cancer, which is in your 9th house. So again, this is about, your mind expanding to something different. Some of you may decide you want to teach. You may want to, get something published. It could be to do with the law as well. But also it's about releasing. So there's something that is no longer in your belief system. You no longer believe this no more. You want to change something. You want to do something else. You could be emotionally attached to this, but now it's no longer serving you. But whenever something's released, something new comes. We also have the big one, which is going to be affecting you, is the North Node axis, which is in your 7th house with the 1st house in Taurus. So this is going to be putting shining a huge light, a karmatic destiny with your relationships, business, personal, especially personal. There could be something that actually, you could actually meet if you're single, you could meet your destiny partner. If you are in a partnership, something's going to definitely change. But I will be doing a full video on that, but you're going to be feeling this impact hugely, especially if you are a late degree Scorpio, like 29 degrees, because the nodes go backwards. Some of you could also feel that, you can't believe this is happening. Some of you are very excited about the changes that are coming. If things have been stagnated, there's going to be a huge, massive impact. It's also to do with contracts and the law as well. Sorry. So when we come to like your general card reading for January, Scorpio, you have environment. So the environment card is about looking at the environment you are in, what you surround yourself with. Is your environment peaceful? Is it toxic? Is it stifling? Is it intense? I feel you're going to be definitely looking at, because especially when the sun is highlighting your 3rd house, some of you may be feeling very, I just want to change. Something needs to change. You may want to see, you may be seeking a different environment, a new, just something completely different. You want to live somewhere more peaceful, or live somewhere that's a bit more, you feel have a bit more freedom, because this is about your mind as well. So the environment card is your card to be working with as well. And also looking at your environment on a deeper level as well, Scorpio. You're about going to the depths of the dark underworld anyway. So if things seem too nice or too safe, you may want to investigate that. If your environment is too dark or deep, a bit murky, you may want to investigate that too. So you have the environment card. When it comes to like your weekly for the month of January, the first card you have is the Empress card. The Empress card is reversed. Empress is about self-care. It's about creativity. It's fertility as well. It's about, you know, everything. It's about taking care of yourself too, and also taking care of others. Because it's reversed, this card is just saying self-care is going to be very important, because a lot of you may not be you may not be feeling very much emotionally, like, although you are very sensitive, you may not be feeling emotionally inclined to doing any self-care practice. A lot of you are feeling very much in your head. This is calling you to connect with your heart, connect to ground, to be around the earth, and have some Epsom salt baths, you know, buy something nice for yourself, you know, treat yourself, be around, you know, greenery. I feel a lot of you are it feels very eerie, more than grounded for a lot of you. And I feel a lot of you may want to be grounded, but there's so much going on. There's so much you have to think about, so much you have to do, so much work, so much opportunities are presented to you. So taking time out for yourself to listen to your heart is the first week, you know, especially with the Empress card. Empress card is a very beautiful card. When it comes to the second week, you have the Hierophant, the Emperor, which is actually reversed as well. And the Emperor is about, it's a Aries card. Some of you may have rising in Aries, moon in Aries, Aries in your chart. You know, the Empress card is a Venus card, it's a Taurus card, which is very, you know, karmatic anyway. But the Emperor card, which is actually reversed, is saying to me, Scorpions, that some of you, the Emperor card is about, you know, how you are when it comes to authority, dealing with authority within yourself, dealing with authority in general. It's also about your father and father figures. It's also about action, initiating new action, starting something new, your fire, your energy, your passion. Passion could be on a lull. You know, I feel there's a lot of things that you guys, the second week, a lot of you guys have decided to be starting, and it doesn't really manifest because I feel some of you are maybe doing too many things at once. You may have good intentions to start it, but it doesn't really flow that well. And it could be you guys being very impatient. Like, oh, this is not working, I'm going to start something else. Not working, I'm starting something else. This also is saying that there could be some arguments that are brewing. It could be brewing anywhere. It could be brewing on a general, in your relationships, in your work life. Yeah, I feel that some of you are looking to hear back from like a message, and it hasn't come. So this could be playing this whole, you know, it could be playing this whole impulsiveness and impatience with a lot of you. Try to be patient. You know, remember, it's the second week of the new year, and you know, we are easing into this decade more so, like from 2021, but more so now. You know, in January things take time. Remember, it's Capricorn season. Capricorn's about it's very slow. So if there's things that you've wanted to do, Aries, you know, start one by one, and you know, complete what you started. Remember, with something in your third house, a sign in your third, it's a Gemini sign, the third house. So you can start things and not finish it. But it's all about, you know, having patience, because a lot of you are feeling very impatient, and it could just be one thing that spirals into other things as well. When it comes to your third week, and we have the full moon, which is in your ninth house, we have the Hierophant card. And the Hierophant card is actually reversed. So the Hierophant is about, you know, traditional. It's very traditional. It's all about, you know, learning like an old structure. It could be you seeking to be learning something that you used to learn. It's a Taurus card again. Okay, the Hierophant card is very much about old traditions, but because it's reversed, you guys have no time to be hearing what other people say. You want things done now. You guys, remember, it's a number 5 card. The number 5 is Mercury. The number 5 is things, they may appear one way, but it can just be left and starting something new. It's about boredom. Mercury is sudden changes as well. So some of you could be studying, or remember there's full moon in your 9th house. Some of you could decide you want to study something. When the full moon comes, it's like, not for me. So it could be very quick. Whatever you decide to come out your life is going to be very quick. I feel a lot of you do not want people that are going to be holding you back in any way. So anyone that holds you back, anyone that wants you to stay the same, you may distance yourself very quickly from them. It's not because they're not nice people, but they're just used to you a certain way. And you just need to say to them, listen, yeah, I've got the North Node going for my 7th house. I'm changing. So there's a lot of changes happening, but you're just shedding an old way. You're shedding an old belief system. You know, there's things that you no longer believe in. And unfortunately, there's some people that are going to be going with it too. I feel a lot of you want different people around you, different people that look different, act different, from a different country. You guys are looking for something fresh and something new. We come to your last cards, and the last week when the sun moves into your 4th house in Aquarius, you have the Star card, and the Star card is an Aquarius card, and it's about hope. It's about dreams coming true. These things that you've worked on, they've now manifested. When the sun moves into your 4th house, this is an emotional house. You have Saturn there. So I feel a lot of you Scorpions actually know what I'm talking about. You guys are actually going back to the past. And with the Star card, there's a lot of secrets, a lot of hope that's coming up. There's a lot of things that you guys hope that will work out for you. They actually are. You know, even, you know, if things have been quite stilted, if some of you have been very emotional, some of you felt that, you know, that you just really couldn't go the way things you wanted to go, especially from last year, like 2021, there is hope. There is going to be more peace in your life as well. I feel that this Aquarian season is going to be completely different. This may be because the nodes, and this is the week of the nodes going into your 7th house. There's going to be new, just like maybe new challenges, but something fresh, something new is going to be happening. And also, you know, with the nodes going to your 7th house, with the hope card, there could be more fresh. You know, your relationships actually come alive now. There could be more communication, more honesty, instead of like mind games. You know, your partner could be more honest. You could be more honest as well. More communication, more something different's going to be happening. Remember, Aquarius is about something unique. It's Uranus. So there could be like a sudden engagement. There could be talking about expanding the family somehow, moving to another country, moving to another job. There's going to be a lot of changes that are going to be happening when we ease into Aquarius season. So yes, lots of hope coming. So Scorpio, that was your January 2022 reading. A lot of changes coming. Mind-blowing changes coming for you Scorpions. People will not believe you're the same person that they know, but that's just the way life is. But anyway, thank you very much Scorpio for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello Sagittarius, how are you? Welcome to January 2022, and a lot of your action in January is going to be in your 2nd house. We've got the Sun, Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde happening. We've also got the new moon. So all this energy is about, you know, going back to the past when it comes to like your finances, your earnings. There could be some, you know, some of you could actually be coming into money, actually, or there might be bills that you guys have to pay, but it's also about you guys looking at how you are earning money in a way that actually suits you, okay? And especially with the new moon in your, you know, second house, some of you could actually really decide that, you know, there's another way to be earning money, maybe in a constructive way, maybe in a way, some of you may decide to do that 9 to 5, but obviously not in the office, mostly at home, but it's only sort of like a means to an end, but still you want to have fun. This is about looking at it in a different way, also looking at any type of like creativity that you have. If you are seeking to build up your finances, you know, look at your skill set, Sagittarius, because you have a lot of skills. When it comes to the full moon, it's going to be in your 8th house in Cancer. And there's going to be a huge release and letting go of, like, when it comes to like any type of joint finances, you know, debts, loans. I feel you guys are going to be really on it to be paying off any of that if you have them. This is about inheritance as well. So that's like talking to like a lawyer, sorting out the estate, if you're lucky enough to have that. And also doing deep psychological work as well, because the psychological work can actually help you if you find that you're really holding on tight to an old way of, you know, your joint finances. There's going to be a huge release with that. And if you're doing also psychological work, could be occult work as well. And if you're a spiritual sign, if you're doing any occult work, this could be actually beneficial to you, because you could actually see why you're acting the way you are when it comes to like money. And let's not forget, we have the nodes. The node is shifting. We have the North Node, which is in Taurus, which is in your 6th house. So a lot of you Sagittarians are going to be, this is about, you know, your health and your routines. This is about your job as well, whether it's paid or unpaid. And it's like a new destiny now. Some of you may decide that you want to overhaul your eating habits, because it could be affecting your, and you could be overhauling it because you want something new when it comes to like your work. And if you're not like healthy, it could be hindering your progress in some way. So you guys are going to be, I feel there may be a lot of fit Sagittarians coming. They could be changing up their diet. If this is not working, that's going to be working. Some of you could be going back to do that meat and veg thing. But also, this is, you know, this is definitely to do with like, you know, when it comes to like your work, what type of job that you want. And if it is going to be paid, if it's going to be unpaid, it's going to have to be benefiting you in the long run. So, you know, healthy mind, and it's going to be a healthy type of work you're going to be doing. So when it comes to like your first card for the month of that you could be working with, Sagittarius, is teaching and learning. And you're the sign that's about teaching and learning. You're ruled by the 9th house. So with all this second house action happening for you, the teaching and learning card is that you guys, I feel a lot of you guys are being guided to if you've learned a new skill, you're not really completed it, continue to do it. If it's bored you in any way, that means it's not the right thing for you. So look at something you actually want to do and learn it, you know, and it could actually lead to like another career. This could also lead to extra money or even more money for you. You know, look at your options, reading books, you know, look on the internet. There's a wealth of energy, there's a wealth of information for you. But I feel, you know, this month in January is about teaching and learning, but also not just learning to teach others, but this is going to be helping yourself as well, because it could actually be a new career for you, Sagittarius. When it comes to your first week in January, the first card you have is Sagittarius, is the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is about gung-ho. Let's do this. Let's get to it, you know. Let's not mess around. Let's just get ready. You know, I feel a lot of you, this is a fiery time. And, you know, the Knight of Wands is actually a fire sign card as well. So You guys are rearing to go. This is actually a Sagittarius card. This is your card, Sagittarius. If you're, especially if you're early decan, like first and second decan. So this is about good news happening, or this is about you creating something worthwhile. And it's almost like you guys not really messing around. I know someone else had this card as well, but it's almost like you guys are not really messing around. You guys are determined. You guys are open. You know, there's things that you want to learn. There's things you actually want to do. It could be a new job. It could be a change, a huge change in your, you know, your career, a huge change in your life. You know, this could also be something to do with like your, you know, your relationship as well. So, you know, you guys are really ready to go. I think you're one of the signs that actually has got like the most energy. You know, not a lot of signs do, but I think you one of the guys that was just actually ready for this new year to happen, because there's things that you guys either wanted to do or you're actually doing it, especially when, you know. And also, let's not forget, we have the full moon, which is in your sign. We had the full moon, which is in your sign, but we also have the solar eclipse. The last solar eclipse in your sign is going to be there for the next 6 months. So, you know, some of you guys may have just really enjoyed Christmas, but now January has come. It's like, okay, bam, I'm off. And, you know, you could just leave people in your wake. Not in a rude way, but it's just like, you guys are just off. You guys are just, there's no anticipation. And yeah, there's a lot of, you know, this is about messages. So messages can come to you. You could be communicating a lot with people. It's just like, especially in the first week of January, you know, going into like the new moon, it's like bam, on the phone, getting this, getting that, spending money on this, spending money on that. Some of you decide to be saving, getting on the phone to like your bank manager. It's very much a go, 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 go month. You know, work with your energy because you don't want to burn yourself out. Remember, this is the beginning of January. So, you know, work with your energy. But there's a lot of excitement in the air in the first week. When we come to your second week, you have the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is about, you know, you feeling very like relieved, but also it's a time of, you know, it's about being solid with how hard you've worked. You know, you can actually try to relax now. I feel a lot of you in the second week are feeling very content. This could be because we have the solar eclipse still transiting your first house. So there's an air of contentment. I feel that there's obviously some good news that's going to be coming your way. You know, you guys have probably manifested, written down, or even believed and thought of things actually going your way, so they actually do. You know, some of you could be getting a promotion. This could be a new job. This could be something new happening within the family. It just feels more contentment. This is a Mercury in Virgo card. So Mercury in Virgo is about, you know, the hard work, but also it's a time of thinking about wrapping things up as well. You know, it's also about you've worked, you know, you've put the work in and now you're seeing the benefits. So this week it feels more solid. The second week feels very much more solid. Also feels like things are actually working out for you. I feel that also you guys are still going to be, you know, even though things are more solid, you're not going to really rest on your laurels. You're still going to be putting work in that you need to, but you're going to be taking time out as well. You're going to give yourself time out, permission. It could be like driving somewhere, or, you know, just, you know, just you're more content, but you're also, you know, your mind is still ticking as well. You know, there's still like these things that you need to do, but you're still more content. When we come to the third week, and with the full moon being in your 8th house, you have the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is reverse, you know, going into the full moon, which is in your 8th house. You know, this is about money, resources, you know, shared finances. The Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is about a new beginning when it comes to like energy, vitality. It is a fire card, you know. Like I said, I don't feel that your fire is going to be diminished at all this month. It is about new beginnings in everything when it comes to like your finances, when it comes to like any, you know, the arts in any way. It just means that, you know, I feel that some of you may need to take a bit of a breath during the third week, because, you know, you're on a roll. There's things that are rolling for you. There's opportunities coming, but still, you know, if there's like, if you've started like something new during the third week, it may take a while to actually manifest. Even though some things in the first 2 weeks have actually manifested very quickly, the third week, I feel that is something new is going to be happening. It just takes a while. And when it does take a while, it's just about things just need to be put in place, like plans or contracts being drawn up, or you may need to like regroup, like get like the right people around you. You know, you may be pushing for things quickly, but it's just like, okay, we're going to be doing that, but let's just do this first. It's more about, there's a lot more diplomacy and lots of like slow conversations, lots of things going on behind the scenes. So it's just looking at what's going to go on behind the scenes before we just, you know, move too forward. But nevertheless, it's a new beginning that's going to be happening. It's just about pacing yourself. So things may seem a little bit more slow during the third week. When we come to the, when we come to the last week, which the sun is going into, you know, Aquarius, which is your third house. And we also have the sun's in Aquarius in your third house. And we also have the nodals that is changing in your sixth house. So this is about, you know, your work and your routines, but also you have, you know, so bit of a life-changing time for you. Lots of communications, lots of commuting, short distance as well. I feel a lot of you, I can see a lot of like, you know, like the eyes going here, there and everywhere. But, you know, the North Node going into your sixth house is going to be not stopping you in your tracks in any way. It's just going to be, okay, hold your horses type of thing. You know, this is what you want to do. Let's plan it first. So there'll be a lot of planning that's going to be going on. And you're going to be looking at things a little bit more slower now. So the card that you have is a Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is about, again, a lot of messages coming. This messages could be about love. I feel this messages could be about you actually listening to your body, listening to what's going on in your heart as well. Some of you could be actually waiting for something. But, you know, this card is definitely much about love. But I feel for you, Sagittarius, it's for you, it's more emotional. It's very much about listening to your heart. What, you know, it's about listening to your intuition as well. So yes, again, I feel there could be messages coming because, you know, the sun's in your third, but also it's almost like you want to go here, do you want to go there, do you want to do this, do you want to do that? That's what's going on. And you're like, yeah, I'll do this. But it's like, actually, it's like you're sort of like backtracking. It seems like, but you're actually listening like, oh, but I don't really feel to do it. Some of you may decide that you actually want to just chill. You want to relax with people that you love, your partner. I feel that some of you Sagittarius could also, your partner could be actually telling you something. Could be something to do with like, I don't want to say pregnancy, but it could be pregnancy. It could be some good news about your children as well. It could be your partner could even propose to you marriage. I feel that a lot of you feel something's going to be coming, but it's very emotional. So it could be something definitely to do with like your relationships. But again, I do feel it's you listening to your intuition and knowing when to, you know, if you feel like to go out 5 days a week, you're just going to go out for 2. Because you know, your body could actually, when something goes through your sixth house, especially like the nodes, it's actually making you very aware about how you're moving. It's also making you very aware when it comes to like what type of work that you actually want to do. So you're going to be pacing yourself. You know, your head's going to be very on bam, 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 but your heart and your intuition is going to be saying something very different. So very much a listening time to the body during the last week. So Sagittarius, that was your January 2022 reading. A busy month for you, you know, like you're very lucky. It's a very, very much a go, go, go time. And also it's an emotional time as well. You know, there's going to be lots of changes going to be happening for you, good changes as well. So thank you very much, Sagittarius, for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello, Capricorn. How are you? So, Capricorn, happy solar return. You know, there's a lot of energy in your first house with the new moon, Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde. You know, there's a lot of energy in your, so you know, you're the star of the show. And I feel some of you deep down are thinking, yes, but some of you may be thinking, I like that, but still there's some things that I need to work on. There's some things that, you know, I'm not ready to show the world, especially when the Venus retrograde that happened in December was working on you. There was things that actually came up, whether it's physical, mental, emotional. You know, we had Pluto that was involved as well, so you had to do a lot of like deep transformation. A lot of you had to be really honest as well in how you are coming across in this world. You know, some of it was very uncomfortable, some of it was very traumatic, but still you came out of it on the bright side. We also have the, you know, the new moon in your sign, so you guys are really ready for something brand new to transpire for the whole year. This month is it's a very special month for a lot of you Capricorns. We have the full moon, which is in your 7th house. So this is about your relationships, business, contracts. There's going to be a lot of releasing with these themes. And I'm going to be doing a full video on that. But also we do have the North Node, which is going in your 5th house. The house of fun, love, relationships. It's also physical fitness, your children, if you have any, and children in general. So it's very much a fun time. It ends really much on a high. I feel a lot of you are going to be having so much energy. I feel some of you are going to have, it's going to be like more of a new time that you guys are going to be not forgetting in a long time. So when we come to like your first guided message that you're going to be working with Capricorns is financial discipline. I don't feel that a lot of you need this about financial discipline. Some of you who are big spenders, you know, some of you could be spending on property, just spending, you know, especially with Venus being in your sign. Some of you may need to, like, you know, it's not going to actually run away. Some of you may be really restricting when it comes to your finances this month, or there could be restrictiveness within your finances, especially if you're big spenders. I feel some of you are going to come up with a different plan when it comes to what you're going to spend money on as well. It's all about looking at something to spend for the long haul, okay, more than the, you know, it's more for the long haul, more than, you know, for something that you want to look good in. With Venus being your sign, it being retrograde, it's changing a lot of you. So the financial discipline is in all areas of your life. It's about you investing wisely, saving wisely, and also spending wisely. When we come to like your first week of your solar year, Capricorn, we have the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles, you know, you are a sign that's all about the money, like all the earth signs. The Two of Pentacles is actually Jupiter and Capricorn card. And it's about juggling. So I feel a lot of you are going to be very busy, especially with the new moon being this, you know, the beginning of January. A lot of you, I feel a lot of you be juggling when it comes to like your kids, your career, your, you know, your relationship. But also some of you are going to be juggling in what you actually want in terms of like your future goals. Could be very much in two minds. This could be very much a stressful week for a lot of you. And yeah, very much a deciding time. You know, some of you may actually want to expand your family. You know, I feel regardless, there's going to be new beginnings within the family for a lot of you Capricorns. If you decide you didn't want kids, Some of you could have a pregnancy. Or it could be an adoption. It could be foster caring as well. If some of you may decide that, you know, you want to spend more time with your kids, you know, there could be a lot of to and fro in this week. Like, I want to, you know, some of you may decide you want to work in the office, but your family's calling to you, or your relationship's calling to you. Some of you may decide that you don't want to work in office, you want to stay at home, but people could be wanting more of you. So you guys are being pulled in so many different directions this week, Capricorns, that you could feel very overwhelmed. So it's very much a go, go, go time in the beginning. Your second week, you have the 9 of Wands. And the 9 of Wands, whenever we see this card, it's actually a Saturn it's a Saturn in Sagittarius card. And it's about, you know, responsibilities. It's about also, sorry, it's a 10 of Wands. So it is about new responsibilities. It's a beginning of a new cycle. But also, it's, you know, this is Saturn, which you're ruled by. So it's all about, you know, putting the hard work in. You know, you're going through the motions. The more hard work you put in, the more you're going to get out. But you could still feel very, you know, the weight on your shoulder. So again, I feel from the first week, there's a lot of up and down energy, a lot of energy that's to do with like what you want to decide to do, and it carries on to the second week. And I feel that the second week is about, you know, coming with the 10 of Wands, is about burdens. Some of you could feel quite insecure. You know, some of you could actually can't really talk to anyone because there's a lot going on for you. If some of you are the main breadwinner, there may be more responsibilities that you guys may have to deal with. And, you know, but it's also about, this card is also about deciding. It's deciding whether to carry on, ask for help, or decided to chuck it all in and start something completely different. Like I said to you, Capricorns, I said Saggy, Capricorns, this month is very much a life-changing month. It's going to carry for the whole year. So whatever you decide to do is going to, you know, it's going to travel. So it's about you being organized, you know, being organized, coming to a decision, but being organized, but also opening up. If things are too much, don't forget to ask for help, Capricorns, because there's always going to be help there for you. You don't have to do things alone, okay? When we come to the third week and we have the full moon, which is in your 7th house, you have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles, again, this is about messages that's going to be coming. It's good news, obviously. The Knight of Pentacles always bring good news. I feel that some of you, you know, because the energy is so busy and so tight, it's so much going on, there's so much that's put on you, that I feel that the good news is that you're going to be coming to a conclusion of what you actually want, okay? And this could be you, again, it could be you quitting, it could be not necessarily quitting a relationship, but it could be quitting a job because it could just be putting too much on you, but you feel secure. I feel that a lot of you are going to actually feel secure in what decisions that you guys come to. This could be very long lasting. This could have been from last year, Capricorns. You know, Saturn's in your 2nd house. So it could have restricted your finances in some way. You could have found there's other ways you had to earn money. And I feel a lot of you did anyway. But with like this whole energy, especially the new moon being in your sign, things still feel more stable. Like financially, I feel that a lot of you are stable. So you are able to quit. If you're doing 2 jobs, you'll quit 1 job. Or if you've been in a job for a long time, some of you may quit it and decide to go it alone. But going it alone with your partner. Okay, this is about work. This is about finances. But also, in a way, this is about love as well. So it's about you it's about you being, you know, working, writing down like a business plan, coming up to like a solution, whether it's asking like your friends, but even like your partner as well. I feel that there's a huge change that's going to be coming, but it's a good change. It's good news. And I think if anything you've asked for, it will actually come as well. When we come to your last week and the sun moving into your 2nd house, you have the King of Cups. Very, you know, and also we have the North Node going into your 5th house. And with the nodes going into your 5th house, like I said, this is a time of deep transformation. It's very much a karmatic time. I feel that kids are going to be they're going to be changing a lot within you. Some of you could actually decide that you want to bring the kid out as well. It's the time that you guys are going to be trying to have fun now. Okay? And the King of Cups is about someone that's very mature. It's also about being relaxed. So I feel a lot of you are going to be having this relaxed, maybe nonchalant way. This is a Scorpion card, very emotional. You know, I feel that some of you may want to take something to the next level. Like I said before, it could be involving kids. It could, but it definitely is. It's definitely involving kids, but I do think it's involving some type of creativity as well. But you're very serious about this. This is a very cultural card. So I do think that a lot of you may decide that whatever you're going to be doing, moving towards, is something in the creative realm. This North Node being in your 5th house, Capricorns, is going to be showing you what something that you've always loved, that you've left behind, you're going to go back to. Because you and Tauruses are very similar. You guys do look to the past a lot. And you guys always are very much security conscious. Some of you do jobs, it's because it pays the bills, it makes you secure, but then sometimes you forget it's something you love. So the King of Cups is showing you, you know, come back to the heart. It's something you've always loved to do that's going to be very, not only financially secure for you, but it's going to bring out a love inside that you've hid for a very long time. Okay? So Capricorn, that was your 2022 January reading. Once again, happy solar return. And Capricorn, you know, like I said, it's a life-changing month for you on every level. And thank you very much for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your January 2022. So Aquarius, this special time for all of us, but you know, you're the star of the show along with Taurus, Scorpio and Leo, because we have the nodes. But anyway, before I talk about that, you have a lot of action, which is in your 2nd house. No, sorry, which is in your 12th house. And, you know, the 12th house is about isolation, spirituality, creative practices. It's empathy. It's such a sensitive part in the chart, but it's also very hidden. And we also have, you know, the sun. You've got the sun, Venus, the new moon. We have Mercury as well. We've got Mercury retrograde going in your 12th. But we also got it going in your 1st as well. So obviously there's some action that's going to be coming up for you. And I feel some of you may be dealing with this secretly, you know, just more or less behind the scenes. And, you know, it's a house of undoing. So it's about releasing as well. So a lot of you Aquarians could be doing, I feel that we may not see a lot of Aquarians at the moment, you know, even though Saturn's in your 1st house. You guys may be wanting to just, you know, especially the beginning of the year, you don't want to be seen too much. You know, this stuff that you have to, you know, work with, the stuff that you guys have to deal with. And this could play a huge part on your psyche, like emotional psyche. So it's going to be a sensitive time in January, especially for the whole of January. And when, you know, we have the full moon in Cancer, which is in your 6th house. And this is about releasing any old or bad habits, which is to do with your work, your daily routines, but also your health, you know, eating habits, fitness regimes. You may be starting something new. But in order for you to start something new, you've got to release the old. And also the 12th house as well is about, you know, more or less the same thing. So there'll be a lot of hidden Aquarians in January. It's not to say that you guys are, you know, you don't want to see people. It's just that emotionally, some of you may not just be there. You just want to like hibernate, like the Hermit card. You just want to hibernate. You listen to your inner guide. You listen to your inner thoughts. This is also really brilliant for a lot of you Aquarians to, you know, really work on some shadow work. Really work on if like any old emotions come up. You know, writing it down. I feel some of you could be, you know, aligning yourselves in secret groups in some way, doing some secret projects, you know, resting, taking it easy. Whenever there's planets in the 12th house, this is about rest. This is about your dreams. So your dreams could be very strong this month. Let's not forget we have the solar, we have, you know, you have the Mercury retrograde, which in your first house, it's going between you and Capricorn. And this is going to be things that are going to be coming up within you too. I'll be doing a full video on that, so listen out for that. And we have the North Node, which is in your 4th house in Taurus. So this is a very, you know, like I said, all of you fixed signs are going to be really feeling this, especially Taurus and Scorpio. But for you, with it being in your 4th house, there's going to be like lots of questions that you guys want to know more about yourself. You could be doing lots of like genealogy research about your family history and roots. And also this is about the home. So, you know, moving, you know, fixing up, all of these things are going to be coming up. Again, an emotional time. Even with Saturn being there, this is going to be a time that there's going to be so much that's going to be changing within you, but also your surroundings too. So when we come to like your first card message for January, the first card to work with, Aquarius, is compassion. So it's about showing your compassionate side. It's, you know, Aquarians, you guys are very, you know, not just aloof, but you guys are very, you guys don't like to go too deep. And I feel like this month, especially this compassion card, is going to be not forcing you, but it's going to, you're going to be allowing yourself. It could be forced, but there's going to be more allowing to go deeper and showing compassion. The 12th house is also about compassion and empathy as well. So, you know, some of you may decide that I just want to, you know, do some voluntary work, or, you know, do like, you know, build like an organization for people that I have less than. You're all about showing your compassionate side in January in everything. You know, you could even be shocking your friends or even your family by showing more empathy, more, you know, if someone's got a problem, like an emotional problem, you'll be like the first one to be offering advice and talking about your own experiences as well. And people will be very shocked, you know. So compassion is your card of the month. When we come to the weeks of January, especially the first week with the new moon being in your 12th, you have the 5 of Pentacles. And the 5 of Pentacles is about loss. It's about spiritual, emotional, material loss. So I feel that some of you Aquarians could feel quite lost during the first week. Like you don't know what's going to be, you don't know where you're coming or going. You may have felt a bit more energized last year, but this time, like this first week of January, you might feel just very lost. Like ask yourself a lot of questions. Some of you could feel that you haven't got enough money, or you could feel lonely. Some of you could feel actually really down. And, you know, you may be thinking, I'm used to coming up with so many answers, but now I just can't, you know. And when you feel lost, Aquarius, you know, when you're feeling like, you know, lost, or, you know, you don't know where you're coming or going, you don't have answers, it is definitely time to, you know, retreat more, you know, sleep more, have naps, do some guided spiritual work. Meditation will be extremely good, because this would actually bring the mind and body and soul coming together. And you guys may not feel as motivated as well during the first week to do anything. If you're working from home, you might be, you know, appearing that you're doing a lot, but you may not be. I feel mostly it's just like the energy is just lagging. So work with your energy, you know, take your time, You know, you're going to be easing into this in January in 2022 very slowly. You know, you got Saturn on your back, so that's probably giving you more responsibilities. So just easing, you know, just ease into things slowly. Rest when you need to. If you feel to sleep for 12 hours the first week, by all means do it, because this will give you a lot of energy. When we come to the second week, you have the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is about moving away from a difficult situation, moving on to something better, more calmer. So some of your thoughts could be, some of your thoughts, I feel, maybe because of the loss of the first week, you know, you don't know where you're coming or going. It's like you guys need to actually let something go. And I feel some of you may actually be working on it. You know, you may have a lot going on in your mind, like, okay, this needs to stay, this needs to go, there's like so many things going on in your mind. But with the Six of Swords, it's going to be showing you having more of a compassionate side, but also it's going to be guiding you to sail away when things are not working. I feel a lot of you are going to come up with lots of answers about, you know, where you were from last year till now and how you want to navigate this year. And, you know, you've got Aquarius, Saturn in Aquarius throughout the whole year until, you know, March 2023. So I feel you guys are really rebuilding yourselves. In order to rebuild, you need to move away from certain people, you know, maybe even certain family members, maybe a relationship as well. Some of you may not even realize that you're actually disassociating yourself with, you know, old belief systems. But I feel probably when it comes to like the week of your, you know, when it's your birthday week, solar return, that's when things will come to light. So the second week you are, you know, the beginning of moving away. And we come to the third week, and we have the full moon, which is in your sixth house. You have the Page of Wands. So things start to sort of pick up. You know, you are still in that sort of hibernate mode, but with the Page of Swords, it's actually a fire sign, and you know, it's about messages. So you can get lots of messages, lots of downloads that could be coming, that will be coming during the third week. And, you know, it's more like I feel that your energy, especially in the first 2 weeks, the energy is just very, but the third week, something is like a chord that you strike a chord, and then you start to get your bearings. And, you know, maybe because we've got the full moon in your sixth, that's to do with work. So you may be, some of you I feel could, you know, are, you know, getting back into that routine because you have a little bit more energy, a little bit more vitality. You know, I feel there's going to be lots of conversations, lots of meetings as well. This could be you, if you're a boss, you could have meetings with, you know, people. If it's an organization that you run, you know, things start to pick up. It feels more lively. So, you know, it's not saying you're not happy, but it just feels more, okay, I'm sort of, you know, I'm getting ready into this now. So I feel, you know, that the third week, there's lots of communication that's going to be happening. Energy, vitality is really picking up as well. And also you're going to be more enthusiastic about how things are going to be going in your life. When we come to the last week, and this is like the North Node week, which is in your fourth, we have the Hangman, and the Hangman is reversed. The Hangman, whenever this card comes up, is such a strange card, guys, because it's a Neptune card. And it is a card of, you know, it on one hand, it can be like delusion. It could also be, again, compassion, spirituality, creativity. It's very much a spiritual way. But I feel like during, and also this is your birthday week, so you guys, you know, even though the third week was a bit more energy that was happening, the fourth week and going into, maybe because of maybe the nodes, and it's also going into your solar return, I feel there's some confusion going on, but it's mostly mental confusion. Obviously, it's not as it's not as like crazy as the first weeks of January. It's just more like sort of like I feel here we go again. I feel here we go again. It's because when the hangman is reversed, it's like a crossroads. So there could be things that are coming into your life that you like didn't believe will happen, and it's happened, or there's things that you wanted to come and it hasn't come. So you could be more like delusions, like, oh, and also a lot of like sort of like foggy confusion as well. It feels like you have to make very much of an effort to be, you know, like sort of like pushing yourself. And also, you know, we've got, you know, during this time we have Venus retrograde as well. And also, like I said, we've got the North Node in your fourth, which is an emotional house. So, you know, one thing you have to understand with the hangman is about sacrifice. But I feel mostly for you is more sort of like delusioned with things. So, you know, you're because you're working to remove yourself this last week, you know, things are going to be more clear. And that's one of the reasons why I feel some of you are more delusioned, like you no longer need this or want this in your life. So, but there's also some confusion, like you don't want to hurt anyone, you don't want to hurt yourself, but you don't want to hurt others. So it could be also a bit of a people pleasing energy going on, but it's also like sort of like foggy confusion. So going into the solar return, things just seem a little bit confusing. So Aquarius, that was your January 2022 reading. It's very, you know, very up and down. Like I said again, work with your energy, because things may be seen that are not seen. And also, yeah, just work with your energy. But remember, things actually come into play during, you know, your solar return. So thank you very much, Sagittarius, Aquarius, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello, Pisces, and welcome to your January 2022 reading. Now, Pisces, you have a lot of action with the Sun, the New Moon, Mercury, and Venus, all in your 11th house. So this is about your goals, your dreams, you know, groups, friends, organizations. And also, let's not forget, it's about gains. So even with Mercury, even with Venus retrograde, some of you could have actually come into money, gains, you know, from a group or organization. And, you know, there could have been friends that come back from the past. Some of you maybe wanted to meet up with friends. You know, the energy feels for you, Pisces, that it's just, you know, go, go, go. You know, you and all like, and Virgo, Taurus, who else? Yes, you guys are really benefiting from this month. Cancer as well to a point, but you know, because the 11th house is such a lovely house, one of the best houses, 11th and 5th house for you and Virgo. So you guys are really up and ready to go. Okay, especially because Venus is gonna be in your 11th house until the 11th until the 3rd of March. So there could be friends coming back. Some of you have probably gained new friends as well, gained new acquaintances, meeting up, you know, going to like associate yourself with groups and organizations, even like your goals. Some of you have revisited goals, and now you're coming back to, you know, old goals coming back now. And creative goals too, may I add, because you know, you're very much a creative sign. We have the full moon in Cancer, which is in your 5th house. And again, this is a lovely house. You know, this is going to be a time of, you know, releasing any old like creativity, you know, something to do with your love life as well. But also, this is going to be a time of, you know, releasing anything that's probably more or less outdated that you've held on to, and you're going to be bringing something new in. I'll be doing a full video on this, so watch out for that. And let's not forget, we have we have Mercury retrograde, which is going through your 11th and 12th house in Aquarius and Capricorn. So, you know, there's going to be a mixture of interest. You know, you're ruled by the 12th house. You know, you got Saturn there. So you guys are doing a lot of work. You know, I feel a lot of you guys are very comfortable being that hermit, doing things behind the scenes, doing spiritual work. But also, you know, when it goes into Capricorn as well, this is going to be like, you know, again, because like Venus retrograde, old friends coming back for a lot of you. People who you probably haven't seen. I just got 11 years, something like 11 years ago. This could also be 13 years ago as well. Those are the numbers that just came up. Obviously, there's a reason why. So, you know, I don't think a lot of you guys will be initiating this action. It'll just be a thing of, you know, you see them randomly, you know, and whenever anything's retrograde, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work. It's just like, you know, checking in. It's only when things are direct, that's when we start to see if something's real or not. And we also have the North Node going into your 3rd house for the next 18 months. So if any of you are like Taurus rising or Taurus moon, this is a new beginning, an 18-year cycle. Let's not forget. Like I said, I don't think a lot of us actually talk about it enough, that if you got like the moon as well, this is an 18-year cycle, a new beginning. And with it being in your 3rd house, especially with Uranus being there as well, this is so great for a lot of you Pisceans in terms of your, you know, doing any like creative writing, like your mindsets, like I feel a lot of you are going to have lots of ideas that are going to be coming up, and most of these ideas will be long, obviously, because Uranus is involved. They can come quick and fast, but if you do put the work in, they could be long lasting. If it's creative, if you're a writer, if you work in the media, do anything to do with social media, I feel a lot of you are going to be taking this a lot seriously and going to be putting pen to paper and making sure that you're getting your stuff out there. Okay, so the January month is very, I'll say that the January for Pisces is very like life-changing. Some of the signs are having a life-changing month, and you're definitely one of them. So when it comes to the card to work with this month, Pisces, is you have self-discipline. Self-discipline. So I feel with self-discipline card for the whole of January, Pisces, is being disciplined within your goals. With the new moon, which is in your 11th house, and the new moon in general for everyone, it is a very much an ambitious new moon. It sets the tone for the whole year. So if you've made plans like in December for January, try to follow through with those plans. I know some of you may get distracted, may want to daydream, may want to just relax, and you should do that. You got Saturn in your 12th. You should definitely do that. But if there's something that you've planned to do, try and get it done, because like I said, it carries on for the next year. And also we have this Venus in Capricorn. It is a 8-year reset as well. So whatever you're going to be planning and doing is going to carry on for the next 8 years as well. So self-discipline in all things, Pisces. Self-discipline in your goals, self-discipline when it comes to like your friends. Capricorn is also about boundaries as well. So have self-discipline and boundaries. Don't let no one take the mick with you. Is there someone that needs to leave your life? You know, feel no way to leave. You know, if someone's not respecting you, have that self-discipline to just walk away. But I feel this is definitely about your goals. You know, the 11th house is more than, but it's definitely your goals. I feel a lot of you Pisces are very ambitious now. And, you know, this year in general is very life-changing for you anyway, because we've got the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in your sign for the next 13 years. But, yes, self-discipline is key for a lot of you Pisceans. And also, but work with your energy. But, you know, even if you're doing little by little every day, self-discipline. When we come to your weekly on, you know, January, the first week, you guys have the Ace of Cups, but the Ace of Cups is actually reversed. So it's still a good card. You know, whenever the Ace of Cups is reversed, it's just saying that there's some things that some of you guys are very bang, let's do this. There is going to be some delays that's going to be happening. It's not to say that it's not going to be happening. It's just that there's some work that needs to be done. So the work is to do with maybe putting some more work into it, you know, rereading contracts or anything. There's something that needs to be redone, reread, re-strategized, another meeting. And this also could be, we have the Mercury retrograde coming up as well. And also this is the first week of the new moon, you know, and I feel even though it's reversed, it's Ace of Cups, it feels to me like if we're still in the Venus retrograde, but it also feels like things are coming back for you to relook at. You know, it feels very much a very positive week, but there's things that are going to come back as well that needs for you to be relooked at. There's opportunities that are coming that needs to be looked at again. It's just lots of re-looking at, but it does still feel positive. I feel a lot of you are very much in a positive state of mind. The Ace of Cups is a water card, so there could be a lot of I feel there's lots of people coming back. I feel a lot of people coming back during the first week. I feel it carries on for the full month, but it does feel that, you know, the first week of January, things to do, things to redo, but also a lots of old things coming back as well. Old people, old places, old exes, old careers, old ambitions. Everything's going to be coming back as well. But it is for you to just relook at before you jump ahead. When we come to your second week, you have the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups is reversed. And when the eight of Cups is about working hard to move forward and search for something that you love, search for something that you need meaning towards in life. And because it's reversed, a lot of you guys may be very much in the clouds, you know, very much in the clouds, and there's things that you need to really reevaluate, and you could be sort of like holding back or pushing back, but it needs to be gone. This could be a dream, this could be a goal, this could be anything in your life. And whenever you see that the eight of Cups, it is an emotional cup. It's an emotional card. It's a card that is actually ruled by, you know, it's a Saturn in Pisces card. And you've got Saturn in Pisces coming up in 2023. So some of you may just be avoiding problems in some way. And, you know, it's best to, you know, meet things head on. You know, the second week is about meeting things head on. Don't ignore it. Don't daydream that it's gone. It's best to just face it head on, because if you leave it, if you bury it, it will just come back up. This could be an emotional. This could be, you know, some people are coming back to you and, you know that they did you wrong. And when you've met them, they still haven't changed, but you still want to be around them. You're just about cutting your losses. You know, you are one of the great manifestors. You're the psychics of the zodiac. You're the magicians. So you guys deep down know that there's certain people that you can't be around, or there's certain situations you shouldn't be around. But you need to take that initiative. You need to listen to your intuition. Your intuition is going to be very high. So it's just more or less saying as well, if you don't leave, that's what things will just get worse for you. You know, all what you've put in from 2021 till now, it's not going to be gone. It's just going to be like, it's going to take a back seat, because you're going to have to deal with this. When we come to your third week, we have the Ace of Swords, which is upright. And the Ace of Swords is about a new mindset. So there's you know, the third week, especially we've got the full moon in your fifth, which is going to be a lot of you going to be releasing anything to do with like your creativity, fun, and, you know, something to do with if you've got children as well. But you're bringing something new into your life. There's going to be a huge, I don't feel a lot of you are going to feel very emotional during this time. It's more like a relief. and with this Ace of Swords, this is an air card, and it's a new beginning, it's a new mindset. And I feel for a lot of you, especially like the third week is very telling, because I feel a lot of you are going to have, not only new opportunities are presented to you anyway, Pisces, but I feel that anything that you've manifested in your mind, anything that you have wished, it's all going to be coming true. But that's because you put work into it. Also, I feel a lot of you are going to have a lot more willpower to say no, a lot more, straight communication. There's lots of new developments definitely coming for a lot of you. And whenever we have aces are about a new birth of something. So it could be you're birthing a new idea, you have new people coming into your life, they want to work with you, they want to support you, they also want to, it's more or less like a fertility card, should I say. So it's physical fertility, but it's also birthing of a new idea. Like bright ideas can just come to you at this moment now, and it's like, okay, last week I did this, but now I'm really fully energized, fully on it to just do what I need to do. There's things I needed to work on, but now I can just get back to my ambitious self, because there's new things coming to me, there's new ideas now that I'm going to be working with. I feel the third week you're going to be working very hard, Pisces. When we come to the last week, you have the Hierophant card. And it's funny because the Hierophant card is in conjunction with the North Node, because the Hierophant card is a Taurus card. So the Hierophant is your North Node in Taurus card in your third house. And the Hierophant card is about, old structures. It's also a number 5 card, which is that there's going to be some changes that are going to be going on with you, like lots of mental and emotional changes. And I feel with a lot of you Pisces is that, there's going to be so much crazy activity the week that the North Node goes into your sign. And also I forgot to say, if any of you guys are late degree water signs, especially Cancer and Pisces, or Earth, this is going to be affecting you even greatly. So yes, so the Hierophant card is about an organization. It's about, it's religious, it's philosophical, it's spiritual also, and it is about choices as well. But I feel for a lot of you, you guys may be going back to the drawing board. Like there's things that you've worked on, things that you've written, things that you've thought about, and you've probably just, more whether you've not done it or forgotten about it, you're going to go back to it. So if I feel it's something to do with writing. So if it's something to do with writing within the media or social media, you're going to go back to it. You're going to go back to refine it. You're going to have more ideas. You're going to be editing it. I also feel that there's going to be some people, there could be Taurus, sun, moon or rising, that are going to be in your life, that are going to be helping you. They could be male, they could also be female. They've probably seen the work that you've put out there and they want to work with you. But you need to see those opportunities, Pisces, because when something's in your third house, you could be very much in the mind and thinking, I can do this by myself, I don't need help. But there are people that are going to be helping you. And I do feel it's not to say you lot are going back to an old school way. You're just going back to what worked, because I feel that a lot of you tried something different. But you're just going back to what worked. And you're going to be more loyal to it. You're going to follow it through. So if you've done it last year and it was very on and off, you're going to be very on it now. Okay? So, very busy month for you, Pisces. Like I said, for you, Virgo, Taurus, you guys are going to be extremely busy. Especially when it comes to your career. But yes, Pisces, that was your January 2022 reading. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you guys for listening to all the signs. And feel free to like, share and subscribe, and check out my YouTube, check out my Instagram, my TikTok, and also check out my other videos I've done. I've done the new moon for Capricorn, which I've just put up. I've also done, you know, the yearlies for all the signs as well, so check that out. And yeah, exciting 2020, January 2022, guys. So thank you very much, guys, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.